Hey, y'all, did you miss me? Miss causing trouble? Miss misbehaving? All those wonderful things. You know what I miss? I miss the fact that, like pixie sticks. I pulled this pixie stick out and it's empty. We might have to blame Blue Dog for that one. So I got a blue pixie stick. Blue's not my favorite flavor. I've missed that. Y'all, how are you doing? I've been out of it. I'm here now with breaking news. Sad breaking news, possibly. I'm going with what the headlines say, and we are going to read this. But you may be thinking to yourself, it doesn't seem like expert. He's not said hi to me yet. Cynthia Fire Fairy, how you doing? Shane Reynolds. You know what? I need a train horn for Shane. Woo woo, because he's got the train. Isn't that cool? Angie, you need a little Rolling Stones. Angie, beautiful Angie. I'd wish I knew the words and could sing. Guys, I am so much better today. I took that like codeine stuff and I said, no, don't do drugs, man. I don't care if you are sick. Volstorm! Volstorm's in training, yo. You better watch out because you can't hide. Be Kentucky Blue, how you doing? I love the Santa hat. I do love that Santa hat. Ellie, how you doing? Guys, I have not talked for days, so you have to forgive me with that. I mean, I did a little bit of talking. Mary Waltz, what's happening? Ag biochemist with my favorite flower. Denied bish. Well, we're gonna read this. We're gonna see what's happening. The voluptuous Fox, how you doing? What's up, Trouble? How you feeling? I'll tell you what, I'm feeling a lot better now that you're here. But do not forget, y'all, tonight is the most electrifying night in entertainment at 9:25. I think I set it up. Is Friday Night Live. So please, after this actual push all over, hey, Jill Max, I haven't seen you in a while. Look at that beautiful smile, y'all. I absolutely love that smile. It is a Max smile. Rose, how you doing? Natalie Baker. I almost called you not my baker. Sorry. Rosalind Duke. Oh my gosh, you were on the road earlier. You were traveling. Rosalind Duke is a sovereign citizen. You know, she's the only sovereign citizen to win in the state of Texas. Amber KR, what's happening? Mistrust Loon. My favorite kind of loon. You know, the name like Mistress Loon, you don't really know if you can trust that she's a loon or not. How's that sound? Let's see here. Hey, Yoli Yola. Yodels, how you doing? Yodels, how do I get a hold of you? Did you ever email me? I wish you would. Let's see. FNL tonight, 9:25-ish. Well, you know, that's how it works. I did put it up at 9:25 because, you know, there's a lot of stuff happening here. Anyway, guys, breaking news this afternoon, just a few moments ago. And you guys know how it is. Hey there, Miami Spice. How's it going, babe? Paula Carpenter. Wait. It moved on me. Paula Carpenter. Prove it. Christine Fortunato. Today is her birthday. Everybody, happy birthday, Christine. So happy. This is so wonderful. I thought your birthday was like 2 weeks ago. But I'm glad I didn't miss it. Happy birthday. Christina's been here for a while, guys. I really love her. She has a great name. And we're gonna do some balloons for Christine. We're gonna do some confetti. Yeah, I love confetti. You know what sucks about confetti? He's picking it up. I like balloons because they float away. Bye-bye, balloons. But you know what I like about confetti? It reminds me of sprinkles, and sprinkles are for winners, which you are, Christine. Happy birthday, you winner, you. Love it. Absolutely love it. Miss PJ, how you doing? I love hummingbirds, Miss PJ. You know what? I actually, I saw a video. I tried to get a good video of of slow motion of a hummingbird, and it's got me into wanting like the whole slow motion thing and everything else. I'll put it up sometime just because of you. Okay, just because of you. But you gotta come back and remind me. Debbie Webb, how you doing? That beautiful smile. Let's see here. All right, Iron Rabbit. Gosh, man, I love Iron Rabbit. It's like Iron Man, but a rabbit. Oh, that's too much fun. All right, guys. Well, this is brand new out of the corners of the internet, wherever they go, out of Florida. Hope you guys can hear me and everything. I don't know what's going on anymore. That's not moving right. Okay. Sorry, I had blockage. That doesn't sound good, does it? Nobody ever wants blockage. You don't do that. You need to drink some water. Oh, thank you for the hugs. Absolutely love that. Yeah. So like I don't like birds. Okay. Everybody knows that. They scare me a little bit. I think they spy on me. But the hummingbird amazes me. And I'll tell you, I'll give you something else. So the hummingbird, like their heart rate's like what, 10,000 beats per minute. Something ridiculous, right? And a lot of people don't realize that. And so my mom has a high heart rate. She always has one. I have a high heart rate. I take after her. And so you go to the doctors and they're like, oh my gosh, your heart rate's like 98 beats per minute. I'm like, yeah, it was pretty low. And they're like, what are you talking about? I was like, I give her my mom. She always says that my heart beats like a bird. And it's weird. I've never remember my mom ever having a problem using that term. But when I say it, like people looked at me funny. I was like, birds, their heart rate beats real fast. Hummingbirds, hummingbirds like their wings and all that stuff. I had to do a whole explanation to a doctor. Remember, guys, they just practice medicine. They just practice it. Puddle down. How's it going? You know who else practices medicine? Drug dealers. Snarky mama, how you been? I love the snarky ones. I always love the snarky ones. All right, Silver Fox, how are you doing? Yeah, I love the Silver Fox. They have the softest fur. All right, guys, let's do this. Let's pull this up. Let's get this going. If I can remember here. Hold on, I gotta have present. Share screen. And share. All right, here we go. Now, here's the question. I do not know. I do know who sent this. All right, but I do not know if they want to be accredited for it. But if they want to be, just let me know. Just say something in the chat. They don't want to be. That's fine. I get a lot of stuff. I mean, a lot of stuff, y'all. Like sometimes people are like, I sent this to you. And I'll be like, oh, yeah. Well, I didn't say anything because like you're the fifth person to send it to me or something. Sorry. And I appreciate it all. Remember, hey, here's the thing, guys. I am where'd I go? Oh, where's my I get so confused with these arrows. So here's the thing. Information is freedom. I appreciate it. And the more information you can share with me, I may not get to it right away. I will get, hey, Terry Ham, how you doing? But I will get to it. And I appreciate it. Rogue Mama says denied. Have you been denied, Rogue Mama? I've never denied you. You've denied me. I've been like, hey, you want to come hang out? You're like, no, I don't. She has. That's exactly what she said. I was like, excuse me. I'll just get some Windex, clean my glasses then. All right, let's do this. Wait, that's not mine. Where'd it go? Oh, I don't like that one. I got edited. That's what happened. How do I edit these things? All right. Ooh, we're gonna put me up there. And we're gonna go over here. We're gonna save this. Boop. Yes, update layout. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna take off the media assets. Unless you guys want me under the mistletoe. Mwah. More action than I've ever gotten. Oh, hey, get out! Get out here! Ceiling cat. That's the problem about being up here. Never do. All right, let's do this. I was told I need to be serious. I am serious. I'm just excited to be here, guys. I'm excited to be sitting up straight. For the United States District Court of the Northern District of Florida, Gainesville Division. Hales v. Cook. That's interesting. Preston's not on here. Interesting. The order. So this is the order of the court. Ham and cheese on rye. Did you guys ever see the classic Three Stooges, Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe? Hey, Pokemon, how you doing? CJ Lorraine, what's up? Heidi, 1776. Oh, hey, you know what? Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Another hummingbird. I like hummingbirds. Y'all make me happy. So this is the order. This is not going to be, there's no reason to discuss it. Discuss it? That's what the court's going to say, I presume. I've not read this. I do this first time reading with you guys so you get my reaction. And I take this very serious because it's a legal document. It's not a, this is when you see a legal document, I want you to think back to the Declaration of Independence, because every court order, every document goes back to the idea of America standing up on its own free will. A lot of men and women perished for this right. So here it is. This matter is before the court on plaintiff's amended motion for leave to file an amended complaint. Defendants have responded in opposition. No hearing is necessary for the reasons below. The motion will be denied. So we've already got it all out of the way. Motion's denied. This was the motion, document 47 was to add, if I'm not mistaken, this is to add litigants to the ongoing lawsuit in Florida. Background. The litigation began on March 4th, 2024. Can you believe that's been that long ago? That's almost, because we're going on, we're 6 weeks away from being 2 years. I mean, 2 years, from being a year. When plaintiff filed a complaint against two people, Lynette Preston and John Cook, that's the first document. And that 16-page complaint, plaintiff alleged the defendants, Preston and Cook, committed defamation, violated Florida's Civil RICO Act, and tortiously interfered with business relationships. It at 9 through 15, that's pages 9 through 15. Defendants, or paragraphs 9 through 15. Defendants moved to dismiss the RICO and tortious interference claims, document 17. Before the court could rule on that motion as dismissed, plaintiff moved for leave to file an amended complaint, document 40. And before the court could rule on the motion for leave, plaintiff filed an amended motion for leave to amend along with a new proposed amended complaint. Documents 47, 48. It is the amended motion that is currently before the court. So let's hear they filed, moved to file an amended complaint. Before the court could rule on that motion for leave, plaintiff filed. So before the court motion or ruled and said, yes, you can do this, went ahead and filed another complaint. And a lot of times, you do that speculation. You do that because of time constraints. Sometimes you just kind of hope you get one in there. I kind of laugh because the seat of the pants law. I know a lot of people like that. Not me. I do not practice law. I am not an attorney. I do have a JD. I do understand the law. I do read the law. I do find it interesting. Interesting. I was going to say fun. That's not the word I wanted to use, though. Fun is hanging out with y'all on Friday night, talking about stupid stuff and, laughing and stuff. That's fun. All right, here we go. Before the court could rule on the motion to leave, the plaintiff filed an amended motion to leave along with new proposed amended complaint. So they went ahead and filed the complaint. It is the amended complaint before the court. In that motion, plaintiff has sought leave to file a 62-page amended complaint that would add numerous new claims and join 6 new defendants. Defendants Preston and Cook have responded in opposition. They have argued that the motion should be denied on the grounds of undue prejudice, undue delay, and futility. There's a lot to bite off. Discussion. Rule 15A. Hey, Max Lab, what's happening, buddy? Yeah, everybody, it is Christine Fortunato's birthday. Please wish her a happy birthday. Thank you so much, Debbie Webb. Max Lab, how's it going, man? That's kind of, your avatar's kind of creepy. Oh, I love Max Lab. Oh, well, your birthday's the 23rd. Is that isn't that Broken Bakers? Are you guys sharing a birthday this year? Hey, Fly on the Wall, what's up? Hey, I love it, Sabrina. By the way, Sabrina is one of my top 10 favorite female names. I hope you're a female, Sabrina. I'm not a lawyer, but I did stay out of Holiday Inn last night. Those robot spy birds, that's for sure. And isn't that for sure? Rule 15. Oh, we did that. 21-day we did. Rule 15A, the Federal Rule of Civil Procedures governs pretrial amendments to the complaint. The 21-day deadline for amending the complaint without court approval has come and gone. See Federal Rules Civil Procedure 15A, 1, A, and B, allowing amendment without court approval if filed no later than 21 days after service for the filing of a responsive pleading or Rule 12B or E motion. So 12B, whenever a federal Rule 12B comes up, this is one you guys, if ever you're in any of these things, always look for a Rule 12B6. That's the magic one. That's the lovely one. That's the one. My professor said, always throw it out there. Why are you always going to throw it out there? What if you're not right? Always throw it out there. Rule 12B6 is failure to state a cause for which relief can be granted. And if you think about it, that's the most important thing about any federal suit. You have got to state a cause for which relief can be granted. So when I read 12B, I was like, oh, memories. Plaintiff, therefore, may amend his complaint only with the opposing party's written consent or with the court's leave. Federal Rules, Civil Procedure, paragraph 15A2. Not me, paragraph. Sorry, Civ P, Civil Procedure. Because defendants have not consented, plaintiff requires the court's leave. So the defendant said, no, I don't want you to amend this complaint. Why would you? Remember, this is war. When you go, there's no therapeutic jurisprudence here. When you go into a courtroom, it is absolute war. You don't stop fighting until you get a final judgment and all the appeals have been exhausted. Because defendants have not consented, plaintiff requires the court's leave. A court should freely give leave when justice so requires. You'll hear this term a lot, when justice so requires. Justice is the most important part of any lawsuit. If justice, it's how suits will get turned over and everything else. You have to, think of Lady Justice. You don't mess with her, okay? She's got that big sword. She's got the blindfold on. She's just swinging around like she's going after a piñata. Don't get in the way of the sword. But leave to amend is not an automatic right. Reese v. Herbert, 11th Circuit, 2008, cleaned up. I've not seen that line before, cleaned up. Instead, where'd my thing go? Is that it? No. Where am I? There we go. Now I can do that. Sorry. Cleaned up. Not seeing anything. I've not seen that written before. Instead, the decision whether to grant leave to amend a complaint is within the sole discretion of the district court. Lori v. Alabama Court of Criminal Appeals, 11th Circuit, 2001. Is Florida the 11th Circuit? I'm assuming. See also Forbes v. Sears Roebucks, 1994, 11th Circuit. District courts have broad discretion to grant or deny leave to amend. That's true. In the exercise of its discretion, a district court may deny leave to amend on the grounds of undue delay, bad faith, or dilatory motive on part of the movant, undue prejudice to the opposing party by virtue of the amendment, and futility of the amendment. This is a mouthful here. So for justice, what you're looking at is and I'm going to assume this is what we're going to read earlier, is that this is not, it's going to be a reflection on the justice of the defendants here. The civil rights, not civil rights, but my due process of the defendants. Because what is happening is you cannot make a bunch of legal hoops. Now, this also goes back. We look on the reflection of what Bruce has been putting out there. He writes in a very exquisite way, very unique. Makes it sound very complicated. And he's not wrong the way he writes. He does a lot of run-on sentences, but even that is up to an interpretation. Does it overcomplicate things? I think so. I think that's the intention of his writing. And so when you see it, you see it's something very overcomplicated. Remember, it's supposed to be simple. You're supposed to be able to understand. The layman, at the end of the day, the layman should be able to understand these terms. So the question before the court today, why did I keep moving my thing? Where is that? There it is. Sorry. So the question before the court today is whether any of those grounds for denying leave to amend are implicated by plaintiff's proposed amendment complaint. The answer is yes. And the grounds are undue prejudice and undue delay. There you go. That's it right there. The question before the court today is this. This is it right here. So the question before the court today is whether any of those grounds for denying leave to amend are implicated by plaintiff's proposed amended complaint. The answer is yes, and the grounds are undue prejudice and undue delay. So they're saying that the plaintiffs here, Hales, Jeremy, Jeremy's the only one on the thing still, I believe, right? For him to he is causing undue prejudice and undue delay is what it sounds like to me. I could be very, very wrong. Like I said, I'm not a litigant. Don't do this stuff. I did not stay at a Holiday Inn Express last night. So, but we're just going to tell you, like I said, first read. Other potential grounds on which leave can be denied. Perhaps the most important factor and the most frequent reason for denying leave to amend is that the opposing party will be prejudiced if the movant is permitted to alter his pleading. Donna Brogg, Redress v. M.Y. True Dream. Southern District of Florida, 2001, quoting 6 Charles Allen Wright et al. Federal Practice and Procedure. Wow. Federal Practice and Procedure. That's this right here is a treatise. That's interesting. Man, that's a big brains on Brad quote. Anyway, sorry. See also Coward v. Metro Life Insurance, Middle District of Georgia, 2006, explaining that the most important factor. Why am I saying just jump? The most important factor to consider in deciding whether to grant or deny leave to amend is prejudice to the opposing party. That's key right there. The most important factor is whether or not there'll be prejudice. Courts typically find undue prejudice when the amendment unfairly affects the defendants in terms of preparing their defense to the amendment. Mentor v. Prime, 10th Circuit, 2006. Now, remember, when you see things like if Florida's the 11th Circuit, when you see like the 10th Circuit and you see these up here that are like the Middle District of Georgia. Those are not binding, but they are persuasive. And persuasive means that the court doesn't have to really look at it, but because the best way I can describe it is like a judge gets a feel for it. You know, what is the best practices and stuff? Remember, everything goes back to a common law. Common law starts back into the community, and then it spreads out from there. The persuasiveness is it's taken into balance of what the argument is, how closely the facts are, and how much like the region, the same. Like you only usually ever see a persuasive argument from the Northern District of California in a Georgia court, right? Hey, Squid, what's happening? Taz, the evil twin, how are you? Lilu, multipass. Paul Voss, how's it going? Wilburn raid. Oh, awesome. Love the Wilburns. Oh, by the way, I was thinking about the Wilburns today. I can't remember now what it was about. It was good. It was a positive. It was oh yeah, since the Wilburns now my YouTube doesn't ever show Mr. Coop. That's what it was. I was like, wait a second, I want to give some love over there too. Anyway, sorry. In the proposed amendment, plaintiff seeks to add claims against 6 new individuals. Now, this is where we get to the meat and potatoes. I think this is the part where you guys really care about. One of the individuals is Bruce Matskin, the attorney of record in the case of defendants Preston and Cook. Document 48 at 3. The proposed amended complaint seeks to bring claims of tortious interference with business relationships, civil conspiracy, and aiding and abetting against Mr. Matskin. Mr. Matskin is licensed in Massachusetts and therefore is subject to the Massachusetts rules of professional conduct. Let's see where this section, this is number 2 here. Although Mr. Matskin is not licensed in Florida, the local rules require him as an attorney admitted to appear pro hoc vice to comply with the rules of professional conduct promulgated by the Florida Bar. A Northern District of Florida, Local Rule 11.1 G1. Those rules similarly prohibit an attorney from serving as both an advocate and a witness. This is the line we're looking for right here. This is what we've been saying since day one. You cannot be an advocate and a witness. Advocate being the attorney, witness being the basic term for witness. Under rule Squid. Oh, wait a second. I just read the footnote. Is that what you were just telling me, Squid? Or was there another footnote I missed? I don't know. I skipped one. Oh, it's way up here. I don't think it's very important. Under Rule 3.7a, a Massachusetts attorney shall not act as an advocate at a trial in which the lawyer is likely to be a necessary witness. Massachusetts Rule Professional Conduct 3.7a. Comment 1 to Rule 3.7 states, man, they did their work on this denial. States that combining the roles of advocate and witness can prejudice the tribunal and the opposing party and can also involve a conflict of interest between the lawyer and client. Now think about that. Attorney-client privilege, all the wonderfulness that between the lawyer and the client, all of a sudden go out the window. You can't have that. The professional rules won't let you have that. At comment 1, all of this is to say that Mr. Matskin would be unable to continue representing defendants Preston and Cook if he were joined as a co-defendant. That is so because if Mr. Matskin were joined as a co-defendant, then it is inevitable that he would be called as a witness at trial, the same trial where he would be representing defendants Preston and Cook. You guys following this? This is very important right here. This is it. Hey, Valor Motorsports, how's it going? She Hunts, how you doing? Not sure what's up. John Naylor, how are you doing? Sorry, guys. You know I like to say hi to you guys. I really am impressed when you guys come by and listen to me. It's a great honor, and I love you guys for it. I appreciate you, and I would never steer you guys wrong or anything. So I got to say hi to you. It's the least I can do. I love you guys. Trust me, when I've been out of service like I have this week, You have no idea how lonely I am. It gets bad, man. It's so bad. Okay. I'll say Mr. Matt's going to be unable to continue representing defendants he rejoined. It's because Matt's going to be joined. The same trial where he would be representing defense, Preston and Cook. At such a trial, Matt's going to be placed under an unedible position of attempting to look out for his own personal interest while simultaneously attempting to look out for the interests of defendants, Preston and Cook. See Putnam v. Head, Federal 3rd, 1223 in the 11th Circuit, 2001, recognizing that the roles of an advocate and a witness are inconsistent. All of this, again, cleaned up. So you can't be an advocate and a witness. I think I disagree. But that's my own personal thing. Let me think about that. I may come back and tell you guys why I disagree with that. Why can you not be an advocate and a witness? There's a conflict of interest there, but I also think that I think adults can separate. I think a good attorney can separate the conflicts. Additionally, there's a serious risk that the jury may be confused. Here we go. So this is where justice comes into play, where Mr. Maskin to appear at the trial as an attorney, a witness, and a party. I'd be a 3-ring circus. See Florida Rule of Professional Conduct 4.3-7. Yeah. What is wrong with me? Comment, recognizing that the trier of fact may be confused or misled by a lawyer serving as both advocate and witness. Well, it's in the rules. Because such conflict and confusion is precisely what the rules of professional conduct seek to avoid, Mr. Maskin would be required to withdraw or be disqualified by the court from representing defendants Cook and Preston were the proposed amended complaint accepted. So United States v. Guaz, Southern District of Florida, 2003. When you see numbers like this is a Westlaw number. It's not made into a federal report. Yeah, CWL, that's Westlaw. So it's not been put into a federal report. It holds less weight. Think like that. I just nerded out on you guys. Then I apologize for that. I'm not a professor. Disqualifying an attorney because an attorney may not act as both an advocate and witness in the same proceeding. Accepting the proposed amended complaint, therefore, would deprive defendants Preston and Cook of their legal counsel midway through this litigation. It's a due process violation. At the start of this case, defendants Preston and Cook were proceeding pro se until Mr. Matskin agreed to represent them. And given the limited financial resources of defendants Preston and Cook, the court is concerned that they would be forced to return to a pro se status if Mr. Maskin withdrew or was disqualified, certainly losing counsel. Let's see here. Number 3 of the footnotes. What was 3 again? Where'd it go? What was 3 about? So we should be right here. Why did I not see it? There's 4. 3. Although in a certain situation, courts have permitted an attorney to serve as both the advocate and witness, there's no way the court would permit, Matskin to represent defendants Preston Cook at trial in this case while simultaneously attempting to represent his own interests. The risks are too great and the potential pitfalls too enormous. Yeah, duh. The court has previously been informed the defendants Preston are extremely limited means. Duh. I mean, sorry, that was a waste of time. Sorry, y'all. Having to defend themselves pro se against the allegations in this case would unfairly affect the defendants in terms of preparing the defense. Mentor the federal 3rd cleaned up. It also would, even when they say cleaned up, man, I hate that. It would also further complicate the case because litigation involving pro se litigants is notoriously more problematic than litigation with counseled litigants. That is very, very true. And even if defendants Preston and Cook were able to find replacement counsel, there would be a significant delay in this litigation because they would first need time to find and retain new counsel. New counsel would then need time to get up to speed. They were talking about another year. Speaking of delay, granting plaintiff leave to file the proposed amended complaint would unduly delay the resolution of this case. Prejudice to the non-moving party is not the only factor courts consider when determining whether to allow leave to amend. In the Engel case, the Federal Third, 11th Circuit, 2014. These are pretty new. I mean, in the last 20 years, man, I'm impressed. They got a lot of litigation going on in Florida. Undue delay may also clearly support denying leave to amend id at 1109. Id means that in the last comment, the last what's it called? Isn't that funny? I can tell you what id is, but I can't tell you what that is. Oh, why is it so blank? The squirrels. Here, plaintiff 16. Here, the plaintiff's 16-page complaint is a relatively straightforward one that names 2 defendants and brings 6 counts, 3 per defendant. Document 1 and 9 through 16. Plaintiff's 62-page proposed amended complaint, on the other hand, is convoluted and seeks to add 6 new defendants and many more counts. Okay, so the original complaint, very straightforward. New complaint is very convoluted, it's very difficult. Remember, we read it and it started skipping over play. I was like, look, they're just repeating it. That was the answer to the things. So when I read the answer, sorry. Granting plaintiff leave to file the amended complaint would greatly and unnecessarily expand the scope and complexity of this lawsuit. The proposed expansion would cause substantial delays in the disposition of a case that is nearly a year old, 7 weeks away. Speaking of, since we've been here almost a year, guys, please make sure you're still subscribed. Please hit that thumbs up. Doesn't cost you anything. It helps me out a lot. And be sure and check out Friday Night Live tonight. We're going to have a great time. It's No Pants Friday, okay? It's a good time. Every Friday's No Pants. All right. C. So let's see here. Delays in deposition that's nearly a year old. C. Lover v. DC. District Court DC in 2008, allowing a plaintiff to amend the complaint by unduly prejudice a defendant, if amended, would delay the litigation or expand the allegations beyond the scope of the initial complaint. Let's see here. C. Don Brogg. Federal Supplement 2nd, 315, explained that an amendment may be unduly prejudicial, where the defendant would be put to added expense and the burden of more complicated and lengthy trial. If you guys notice, there's a pattern here. The defendant would be added expense, the burden of a more complicated and lengthy trial. Remember, we're going back to justice. What is justice? It's due process. This is layman's terms, all that stuff. Lindy Simpats, how you doing, babe? I haven't seen you in a while. Valor Motorsports. Oh, I said hi to you earlier, didn't I? Didn't I say hi to you, Valor? I think so. Whenever I see motorsports, it always catches my eye. Used to be younger. How are you doing, babe? All right. There are several ways in which granting plaintiff leave to file the proposed amended complaint would unduly delay this lawsuit. First, the 6 new defendants would need to be served with the amended complaint. Some people are hard to serve. Potential service issues could arise, as they often do, which would delay the case's progression. Some people are hard to serve. Even if plaintiff perfected service without issue, you can serve somebody without giving them the papers. Each new defendant would have at least 3 weeks, assuming no extensions from their respective dates of service to respond. Those are the federal rules of civil procedure. So let's say what if you have one person going out there serving each person, and each person got served 1 week apart. You got 6 different weeks, and then each one of those gets 3 weeks. So it's 6 weeks to the last one, and that person gets another 3 weeks. It'll be 9 weeks minimum. That's 2 months. I mean, we're already, there's no way it would go less than a year. I see what they're saying. For any new defendant who waived service under Rule 4D, the response deadline would be 2 months from date the waiver was sent. So you can waive service, see? Then you have 2 months to respond. All this is, when you practice this enough, you get used to seeing the numbers and they overlap, and it just becomes second nature. It's weird to think that any of this would ever become second nature, but I've seen it happen. It is fabulous when it does. When it's your buddy, you know, and he's like, they can't serve you and blah. No. That was a glorious time. I forgot about that. Second, each of the 6 defendants would likely engage in motions practice. Plaintiffs would have 2 weeks to respond to each respective motion, 3 weeks to respond to any summary judgment motion. See the Northern District of Florida local rules. The court would then need time to consider and resolve each motion. Therefore, it is likely that additional motions practiced from the 6 new defendants would substantially delay the final disposition of this case. So if I remember at first talked about it was going to be a quick, the federal was, they didn't want to draw it out real long. Is that right? So what I have, hey, Jenny, 8675309. The only, you know what, Jenny, if I get arrested, I'm calling you. You're the only number I can remember. But think about this though for a second. We're slowing down because we're almost over with. Okay. Each of the defendants likely engaged in motion practice. So each respective motion, you get 2 weeks to respond to each motion, 3 weeks to respond to any summary judgment motions. I mean, that's 5 weeks. That's another month plus we're going out. And it's times 6. And it's not, so if someone puts it in on Monday and someone puts it on Friday, those are different time periods, you know? And then it's just, it sucks. Lastly, joining 6 new defendants and adding a multitude of new claims would negatively impact the discovery process, a process that has already been ongoing for several months. The 6 new defendants would need to conduct their own discovery, and plaintiff would also likely seek to obtain discovery of each of the 6 new defendants. It is also possible, indeed likely given the history of the case, that discovery issues would lead to the filing for motions to compel. The court would then need time to rule on each motion, which adds further delay to the progression of the case. It is also likely that discovery that has already been completed would need to be redone. For example, plaintiff has already been deposed by defendants Preston and Cook, but the 6 new defendants would likely seek to depose plaintiff again for their own discovery purposes. It is inevitable that permitting the amended complaint would substantially lengthen the discovery period, require a modification of the dispositive motions deadline, necessitate a new trial date, and ultimately delay the resolution of this matter. See Lover 248 Federal FRD Federal Rules. No, 234 Federal Report. Sorry, no, was FRD. I'll find out. At 324, stating that by the way, so like the different districts are in different law books. So like when you say like FRD, that's federal something. Like when I read like the 11th districts or the Southern District, everybody's in a different book. Actually, I have a good picture I should pull up and show you how it looks. Anyway, stating that the joinder of new parties would undoubtedly necessitate further extensions of the discovery deadline and would delay the ultimate resolution of the litigation. At the end of the day, The court is convinced that granting plaintiff leave to file the proposed amended complaint would unduly prejudice defendants Preston and Cook. The court is also convinced that granting leave would significantly expand, complicate, and delay the ultimate resolution of this case. See Charles Allen Wright, Federal Practice and Procedure, Civil 3rd edition. So this is another treatise, stating that if the court determines that the proposed amendment would result in defendant being put to added expense and that the burden of a more complicated and lengthy trial, leave to amend may be denied. See, courts are they're on your side. They're trying to prevent lengthy and costly litigation. There's nothing worse than somebody who files frivolous litigation, and that's something I'll talk about right after this, actually. Because the interest of justice would not be served by granting plaintiff leave to file the proposed amended complaint, the court will exercise its discretion and deny plaintiff's motion. Conclusion: for the reasons above, it is ordered that plaintiff's motion for leave to file amended complaint is denied as moot. Plaintiff's motion for leave to file amended complaint 47 is denied. The case will proceed on the original complaint, document number 1, on this day, the 17th of January. See here, there's a pending motion to dismiss filed by defendants regarding counts 3, 4, 5, 6 of the complaint, document 17. There's also a pending motion for summary judgment filed by defendants regarding counts 1 and 2 of the complaint, document 20. For planning purposes, the parties are advised that the court is drafting a separate order that will grant the motion to dismiss with respect to counts 3 and 4, the RICO counts. Will deny it with respect to counts 5 and 6, the tortious interference. The parties are further advised that the court is drafting a separate order that will deny the motion for summary judgment. Thus, the case defendant Preston and Cook will be moving forward in the complaint's defamation claims, counts 1, 2, and the tortious interference claims 5 and 6. Oh, wow. Wow. Whoa. I didn't expect to see this in a footnote. So they're also saying, boy, we're going to have to come back and do this. I'll do videos on this. Wow. So it's going to go forward on counts 1, 2, 5, and 6. There's a pending motion to dismiss filed by defendants regarding counts 3, 4, 5, and 6. 5 and 6 can go ahead. There's also a motion regarding counts 1 and 2. The complaint 1 and 2 is going to go forward. For planning purposes, the parties are advised the court is drafting a separate order that will grant the motion to dismiss with respect to counts 3 and 4. So the RICO stuff is out. The tortious interference with contracts, the way I call it. But here they call the tortious interference with business relationships is going to go forward. The parties are further advised that the court is drafting a separate order that will deny the motion for summary judgment. So you're not going to get a summary judgment. You're going to have to go to trial. Thus, the case against the person who will move forward on defamation. So you got defamation 1 and 2 and tortious interference with business contracts. EP True. What is 3 and 4? 3 and 4 is RICO. Racketeering. I don't understand those. But hey, No Name Tennessee, I haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're well. Hey, Melody Couture, how are you doing? Maud, what's up? Hey, that umbrella guy, what's going on? They keep BBB as a lawyer. Best outcome ever. Well, you know what? Maybe, umbrella. Maybe. We'll I love the simplistic, the what this is why he's so great, y'all. This is why he's so great. He does that one line, and just boom, it just goes straight in there, and you know exactly what's happening. Oh my gosh. But yeah, that's the thing. So this is the big one out of it. I hate to say it. So okay, there's not going to be the 6 new defendants. All right. That's the first thing we get out of this. Second thing we get out of this is that the RICO stuff has been dropped, but you are going to have defamation and you're going to have the tortious interference with contracts. That's what's going to go forward against Preston and Cook from here on. So that is it. Yeah, Tug is great. Tug is great. Tug, I'm going to send Tug a invite to FNL so he can come by and I won't see him again. And won't invite him on. I'm kidding. If you come by, you're more than welcome to say hello, and then you can leave and have fun, because we're not very fun. We're just a bunch of idiots trying to laugh at fart jokes. I've never told a fart joke. All right, guys. So real quick here, let's see if I can find this. Let's see. It's on X. It was DUI. I think so. I had what I wanted to show you guys. No. Okay, yeah, this one. All right, so look at this. Stop screen. And you guys remember when I was telling you about all the books, like how like every section has a different thing of books. It's like, what's the Southwest Reporter, the the federal, what, I already messed it up again. Anyway, see all these books here that we're looking at? Hang on here. Let me enlarge this. Is that better? There you go. Okay, so this is going to be DUI Guy's new studio. These are like, this back here looks like it's statutes. These are all these, they're law books. Like these, what are these actually? Hang on here. That looks very familiar. I don't know, but these down here, this is old. What used to happen is this is before. Oh my gosh, look at this. You see his telephone up here? Oh, this is so beautiful what he's done. So what it is it's an old time law office, and you used to have books. You used to have a library. Your law office depended upon the library you had, and libraries are very, very, very expensive. These things are excruciating. Like, I would like to have the Tennessee Code annotated. I want a brand new edition of it. I think it's like $1,500. Is that not crazy? And then next year it's out. Like, you get like I think 3 years maybe of updates to it, and then you have to buy the supplements. It's crazy, but that's what I would like to have, that, because I love books. I love the paper part. So anyway, Starzit, how you doing? See here, who else we see here? Donald Pitts. Could Jeremy fill a separate suit against Deuce? But I'm glad you said that, Donald. That's actually, I was thinking about that earlier. So what does that mean? Of course, there is no case is ever gone, right? It's we can say that the cases aren't over until you run out of money. So is there a separate case? Possibly. Unless, I can't think of anything that would enjoin him from filing separately. The only thing that would happen is, if it's so close to the case that's going on, is that usually they try to join those cases, which would be a whole nother legal precedent. This is, when I was reading this, you know what it got to? It got to the point where it really felt like I was reading a class action. Now think about that. You got 8 people, except the difference is, instead of a class action, usually it's 8 people against one person. I mean, or however many are involved in the class against that one person. So it was a reversal of it, but it felt like that. There's so many people involved. Now, it's not saying that what was said, what Jeremy said, or what the complaint is, it doesn't mean that any of those things aren't correct. What it means is that they're not correct for this case. And so that's it's a Hail Mary. And this is one of those things, y'all, I'm going to lay this out on the line here. You guys, I've known the Hales for a while. I don't know any of the other people involved. They are I don't know them. I've never talked one-on-one with Jeremy or George, but I know the people around them, and you guys are here in the chat stuff. You're absolutely beautiful, most wonderful people I've ever known. And I want to be around beautiful, wonderful people. I've been around bad people. I would much rather be around good people. And so what it hurts sometimes, though, is that you have to be independent when reading these things. And you have to think to yourself, not everything's going to go the way you want it to. And it's very dangerous as a creator to go out there and read these, and people think that I'm against, their guy. I'm not against anything here. This is a fascinating legal concept to me, and I love that part. And it makes my brain think, and I love going over this. And I love being able to shoot around possible answers with you guys. I don't know any stuff. I don't practice in the federal courts. You can ask somebody. Well, I mean, if you ask somebody like we know that does practice in federal courts, I'll tell you what their answer is going to be. It depends. So that's going to be, that's how it is with everything with this stuff. It's always going to depend. Like, I think people thought that early on when the stuff got, I think I read it about joining the parties to this case. People thought, oh man, it's so big and all this other stuff. And it's like, I don't know. Is it going to happen? I don't know. Let's see here. Let's see what everybody's saying over here. Well, if he does, he's going to be doing it during Friday Night Live, and I'm going to put him on mute. Let's see here. What else you guys? I'm sorry, I'm late. I had to finish dinner. You're not late. Jeremy did say he would file if they didn't get added. There you go. Rachel's got the answer. So see, this is what's so great. This is what I love about this chat. This is the best chat on the tubes. Thank you guys. Bogey Mom. Oh man, I got so much stuff I needed to work on. His quail tool. I like that. Anyone wanna? Let's see here. Barbara, books are beautiful. Amen to that. Amen to that. Guys, also be sure, do not rely on digital technology, man. I see stuff all the time. I'm like, didn't that used to say this? I watched a movie the other night. I was like, didn't they used to say this in that movie? And I was like, I wonder if it wasn't correct anymore. See, I'm afraid the Butter Twins and BBB will they won and ramp their shenanigans up and make it worse for Jeremy. Just you have to stay away from the shenanigans, Norma. And remember, it's always if you just stick with the facts and you just say no drama. I'm not doing drama. I ain't got time for that. That's what we're over here for. We ain't got time for that drama. We're not going to do it. And if you've noticed, Jeremy, like their content's changed recently in like the last 4 months, maybe. And it's getting back to a lot of people are saying, man, it's getting better. You got a lot more. They're getting, almost said tool sheds. What are the things called? The rental places, not the rental places. Storage units. Golly, y'all. I'm running out of squirrel power. I need some nuts. Anyway, and people enjoy that because at the end of the day, nobody wants to go in and see negativity. You don't want to go in there and think, oh my gosh, man, I feel so bad for Jeremy and George and everything. What's going to happen? Because I'll tell you, like their stuff there, what they did at Christmas in the Creek, phenomenal stuff. Hey, Hellcat, how you doing? What'd I do? What'd I say? What time was that? I don't have a timestamp. What'd I do? Absolutely phenomenal, guys. And if you go back and you look at some of their behind the scenes stuff, it is so amazing. And we're so blessed. And they're a community that I want to be part of. And I want to bring that community. That's what we all need to be. If if Doug's around listening, I'm going to tell something that he told me. I got to talk to Tug in last April. Okay, amazing. It was a highlight for me because he's one of the guys that like I looked up to, and I was like, man, this is the type of challenge stuff I want. And he never had any drama or anything, just a fun guy from Tennessee. And he said, there's several things here. One, like this is all started because of government. Remember like 2-inch pipes and all that stupid stuff. It's abuse of government. None of this would be happening if they had proper zoning laws and enforced them correctly. Think about that. Just do your job. If they had just done the job they were elected to. Instead, they want to act like it's some sort of like an election is some kind of mob initiation. They're part of the mafia or something all of a sudden. Oh, look at this. Mistrust Loon. I came from the What the Hales fan base was where this kid's wonder found you, Tug, Megan, Squid, Shiz, etc. Well, I am so glad. And see, it's just very fortunate. Somebody, hey JW, how you doing? Somebody asked me earlier today, we're talking about Joseph Wilman. How's it going? Haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're well. I think last time we talked, didn't you have to go to the VA? Hang on, I'm trying to catch up now with you guys. Bought 2 condos in Cedar Key. Wait, who did? Did the Hales? Are they getting out of Otter Creek? But I am far behind. No, that's how she got here too. That was a priceless moment. What was a priceless moment? Yeah, there we go. Doug. Love it. What the hell is back to where to be before the 2-inch pipe? It's absolutely wonderful, isn't it? Thank you, Melody. Thank you so much. You're the best. Guys, let me tell you about Melody. Let me tell you a real quick story about it. Melody was listening to me one day, and she was at the store, like Target, we'll say, right? And she said a woman came up to her and said, "Are you listening to the expert?" Is that not the craziest thing? I didn't believe it. I couldn't. And then somebody else told me the same thing and said it was their daughter was listening. Just talked to her daughter, and I was on the TV, and daughter's like, "You listen to the expert." It's very, very weird, and it's such an honor, and I take that so great, and I love you guys for this. This is an absolute wonderful thing, and that's why I'm very protective over here. I'm very protective about you all. I'm very protective. This is the island of misfit toys. And that's why I make sure nothing bad happens over here. There's no drama. Nobody's coming in here messing with us. And we're gonna keep going forward, and we're gonna share the light. So we're gonna do Paula Carter, 8 months. You missed my birthday last Wednesday. Was I sick? Probably. What was last Wednesday? It's Christine Fortunato's birthday today, and we are going to celebrate tonight on Friday Night Live. We're going to celebrate birthdays. We're going to do a lot of, we're going to do. I'll tell you what we're going to do. Listen, you guys know what it's all about, right? You guys know what we're going to do. We're going to do a little, and then we're going to do some. We're going to do some of these booms. We're going to have some fireworks. It's going to be awesome. Okay, but before I lose you guys, let's anybody have any more questions or comments or anything else about the legal stuff that we read? What's going forward? Remember, there's 2 counts have been taken out. The RICO stuff has been taken out. It's still going forward against Preston and Lynette. I almost called Mr. Bubbles. That time fun. Hang on a second. Hold on. Why do you guys make me laugh? Why? Why do you guys do this to me? Oh, you guys are. See, this is what you guys did to me. Man, sorry. Now I can't get this out. This is the squirrels. The squirrels took over my brain. I can't get this out of my head.
Marshall, it's time for your bath. Marshall.
Wait.
Marshall?
Why is that not messed up? Oh, it's all messed up because of me. Well, I'm a messed up person. There we go.
Marshall, it's time for your bath. Marshall? 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 Marshall!
Kids,
Marshall?
we know how some of you feel about taking a bath.
Marshall.
We were kids once too. So when we grew up, the very first thing we did was invent Mr. Bubble. It makes getting
That's going to be a hit. Anyway, sorry about that, y'all. You guys did that to me. Look what you did. Shane Reynolds, I'm only here for the good medicine laughter. Shane Reynolds, I appreciate it, man. You've been through it, brother, and you do need the good medicine. T for 2, gifted 5 memberships. Thank you so much, T for 2, y'all. There is if you get membership, there is a link in the on my YouTube page. I'll give you a link back to the Discord. Come hang out, chit chat with us. It's what we do. T for 2's back there all the time. She runs the place. Let's see here. Your birthday is Tuesday. Awesome. Congratulations. Well, you got to be back tonight. Friday Night Live. We got 3 birthdays now. You guys got to remind me when we do it. It's always a great laugh. Watching experts is usually on too late for me though. Yeah, I'm sorry, Lila. What time's a good time for you? You want me to change? I'll do it for you. Yes, I know. It's so bad. Yankee Bell, how you doing? Where did I see you last? I saw you. I said hi to you. Was that yesterday? Was that over there in Tugs? I think so, maybe. T is a son of a big wrench. Let's see here. Denise, are you having a birthday too? Chronic Abundance Nicholas. Winning with the crowns. I love it. You lady in the back. How you doing, lady in the back? Haven't seen you. Is that a unicorn cloud? Did you take a picture of a unicorn? Hey, Classy. How you doing? Lindy, I don't think I missed you, did I? I thought I saw you. I think I mispronounced your last name. Rachel, what are you doing? What are you doing to me? Don't do that. John, what are you guys doing? I don't know what you guys are talking about. I have no idea. I'm just still going to get hit with a copyright on that. But more like you need to listen to Squirrels in My Pants. If I listened to the Squirrels in My Pants, we'd all be in trouble. Oh, Yankee Bell. Yeah, it was yesterday. Huh? How'd you get a name like Yankee Bell? That's a story I want to hear. I hear Southern Belle. I've heard Yankee Rose, but Yankee Bell. That's annoying. Magic Angel, how you doing? How is Texas? Magic. Let's see here. What am I? Oh, Paula has an anniversary too. 14th of January. My 36th anniversary and 15th of my birthday. Oh, look at you. Wait a second here. Do we have to do the math on that? Wait a second. Did I do the math on that right? Am I off by a few years? Were you 17? Were you 17? Did I do that right or did I do that? Oh, don't come in here saying that. You're a Winger song. She's only 17. Sorry. No, that's bad. I was born in the North, lived until I was 7, moved to Georgia. So my dad calls me his Yankee Bell. Well, how cool is that? Do you have, what's your accent like? I would love to know what that's like. And you say you were born in the North. That's a broad, because evidently the Midwest is not the North. I get told that a lot. New England may or may not be the North. I don't know. You know what it is? It's all Yankees to me because I'm from Tennessee. What do I know? Yankee Bell. I love it. I love it. I love that story. I love the name. You got to come back. Oh, Michigan. Yeah, that's Yankees. It's almost Canada. That peninsula. I think we're going to trade that to Canada for Greenland. Is that right? Is that what Trump's going to do? I think so. I think that's how it is. All right, guys. Listen, we got an hour and a half-ish is Friday Night Live. So what I need to know is, hey, Teresa Monsoon, what's happening? What is going on with you guys? Is there any more questions, any more stuff? Is there any more documents or anything we need to go over and cover? I was going to say, are you happy? Happy is not the word I'm looking for. After reading the denial, are you satisfied with what the judge said in the reasoning for the denial? That's what I want to say. Hey, late Tammy, how you doing? Reading the denial, the motion to amend plaintiffs got denied today, which I have some people I need to thank, and I don't know if they want me to thank them on here or not, but they will tell me later, and I will be happy to thank them. Rico was a stretch. I thought so too, Kevin. Because Rico, what do you know about Rico? I don't know anything about it, right? Rico, I know that it's used in movies about the mob, right? And that there's some rapper in Atlanta that they're charging Rico with. I don't even know what's happening with that. Nick, why did it go blank on his last name? Golly, man. Nick Starro. I almost called him Stravalov. It's because he's Swedish. He's Swedish. It's that damn broken baker. He gets me with these messed up names, man. He does this to me. You guys don't realize he does to me. Every time I talk to Broken Baker, he's from a new country. Yeah, I think it's Denmark, but he keeps changing on me. Anyway, Rico is a stretch. I do agree with you, Kevin. Maybe I need to head outside. Well, look at you with the hot air balloons. Go on outside and get some fresh air. Greenland is not part of Canada, and Michigan will never go to Canada. It's not Michigan. It's that little part, the little dongle part, right? I'm kidding, Trish. I'm kidding. I hope Jeremy files separately for Bubbles and Fleece. Okay. Oh, yeah. So look at this. See, this is where the chat comes in so perfectly. And I obviously need to spend more time with Lady Tammy. Lady Tammy says, for anyone who doesn't know, Jeremy has always stated that the magistrate denied it. He would just be filing suit against them all individually. That actually sounds more. So when you think of it like that, if that's his intent the entire time, look at this as a legal strategy. If that's his intent the entire time, then what the magistrate said, talked about justice and fairness of the defendants and everything. The opposite of that is true on Jeremy's side, because Jeremy's saying, I'm trying to put this all into one so we get it all settled in one. But if you want to tie up the court with each individually, then we'll tie up the court with each individually. See how that it's a double-edged sword there. And so these are things like it's why it's always the facts, and then you always have to rely on the law until it happens, until Jeremy makes motions, until he files separately. That's not the case, and that's not what the judge ruled on. But that is, thank you so much, Lady Tammy, for sharing that. Yeah, he's Swedish. Did I not say that? What'd I say? Sorrow, yeah. He's from Switzerland, Swedenland. I think so. He's a great guy. He's an awesome dude. He's much cooler to hang out with than Broken Baker. Whoops. But Broken Baker's our bud. You know, he's part of that. He's a broken toy, like all of us. Are you talking about the Upper Peninsula, the UP of my? Yeah, that little dongle, the little Canadian dongle. I don't know those things. Do I? Hey, look, do I look like a scientist? No. All right, guys. Seagirl 765. Seagirl, I like that name. I don't know anything about them. Okay. You guys have to realize I don't go into other people's stuff. I don't watch many other streams. I watch stuff that I enjoy, and I stay out of the drama stuff and all the other things. I know who you're talking about. Was it the pod channel? Oh, one of them was served a depot summons today. That's interesting. Do you think Jeremy named them into the case makes future separate cases harder for them to fight? This case serves as a window and open any case may bring. No, I think on law, the law shouldn't be that way. It'll be balanced, and it should look at it as each case on the merits of its case, not the merits of other cases. So I think no, I don't. I think there's enough. I was thinking there's enough difference in each one. I mean, if you think about it, I guess that would probably bother me also when you look at like joining all those people, is that they're so distinctive and so different that how do you make it the same argument? I mean, think about it. If you guys are just get a circle of people and get all of them to be liable for the exact same thing. They all did the exact same thing. It's hard to get that many people. Hey, front jumper, what's up? Denmark is a pathetic, tiny country. You don't say that. Don't say that. We like Baker. And his little country. It's 18 miles to the coast everywhere he goes. You know what's funny? I'll tell you this, front jumper. So when Baker was coming here the first time, he kept saying, like, he was looking for places to stay. And he's like, oh, it's too far. Hey, Purple Phoenix, how you doing, babe? I do not have that email from you, Purple. I do not know what's wrong. I looked and never had an email from you. And I've been sick for the past month, so I haven't been able to get back to you. I just had surgery. That's not sick, but that's surgery. So, you know. Anyway, yeah, so Baker would say, like, oh, it's 20 miles. It's so far. And I'd be like, it's in the same county, dude. We have small counties in Tennessee. 20 miles, and you're in the same county. That's not far. Then I found out that like Denmark, I really think is like at any time that it's 18 miles to the ocean or lake or whatever they have. I don't know where they are. I can't find them on a map. All right, guys, 8 o'clock, 9:30. You guys promise you're gonna be back here. What we're gonna do is we're gonna dance our way out of here. I'm gonna end this. I'm gonna send you guys over to Friday Night Live. Hit that notification button so you get reminded. It's 9:25. I think is what I got set up for. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna send out the invites. We're gonna try see. I haven't seen Shizzy in a while. Maybe he'll show up. Maybe. I don't know. They might be too cool for school now. We'll see if we can get somebody. I'll send Tug an invite. He won't show up because when he does, he showed up and I ignored him. I didn't even realize I was ignoring him. Maybe have the White Rabbit. I don't know. I haven't talked to her in 3 days. Is that, guys? That's how sick I've been. They gave me codeine and I'm on antibiotics and I don't do well on codeine. That's a bad stuff. So I quit taking it. I don't do drugs. That's not a good thing. So Paula Carpenter is going to be back, so we can wish her a happy birthday. And Lulu is going to be back because it's going to be up she gets like a little bit more time before she has to go to bed. How can you go to bed with such a pretty avatar and you're named after does Lulu have a name? I know you're not named after her, but she's named after you. And she's like, probably, you know what? Lulu from Fifth Element is probably my favorite science fiction action chick. Ooh. Her versus Princess Leia. They should have done a sequel to Fifth Element. I just think that'd be awesome. It is 1 a.m. Where are you that it's 1? Is 1 a.m. right now? Holy cow. Fly on the wall. Love it. I'll be back. See if we'll send excellent read. Thank you. Yeah, Shane. Guys, you need to put your hands together for Shane. And by the way, Shane is he's a great creator. He's got his own channel. I need to put that up too. Oh, hey, you know what? Purple Phoenix, your email came through that time. It just popped in. All right, guys. I will see you guys in an hour and 25 minutes. Should I shave? I love you guys. You guys mean the world to me. I mean it, honestly. Guys, and don't forget, man, we're all in this together, okay? And if we're not careful, this is really a crust of stuff, y'all. If we're not careful, everything YouTube is going to stop being fun because everybody's going to run on to this weird caboose of drama-icity that nobody likes. Nobody's got time for it.
Well, I woke up to go get me a cold pop, and then I thought somebody was barbecuing. I said, oh, Lord Jesus, it's a fire. Then I ran out. I didn't grab no shoes or nothing, Jesus. I ran for my life. And then the smoke got her. I got bronchitis. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Well, I woke up to go get me a cold pop. Then I thought somebody was barbecuing. I said, oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire. Then I ran out. I didn't grab no shoes or nothing, Jesus. I ran for my life. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. I said, oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire. I said, oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire. I said, oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire. Jesus, 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 it's a fire. Oh Lord Jesus. Jesus, it's a fire. Jesus, 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 Jesus. Ain't nobody got time for that.